What's up, everybody? It's Cindy Infinity here. It is Monday afternoon, and it's a rainy, cold Monday afternoon here. Rainy and cold. So I figured I would come on just for a little bit. I've been very busy in the house today, cleaning, doing laundry, cleaning, putting things away. So I just wanted to catch up with everybody and see how everybody's weekend was. I haven't really talked to you guys very much. So wait for a couple minutes for everybody to get in. Let me know if you guys can hear me, if anybody's here. I'll give it a couple minutes. And we can chit chat for a few, if that sounds good. My dogs are just waking up from a nap. It seems like I may have to let them go OUT. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So let me know if you guys can hear me. Please hit that like button on your way in. I so appreciate it. So I had the kids. Yeah, the kids had their one set of twins had their birthday this weekend. So we were busy with that. Hey, how are you, hon? Good to see you. It's been a minute. How are you? I was just saying how I've been cleaning up in the house today because the kids had their birthday. So we had family over yesterday to celebrate, family and friends. And then in a couple weeks, I told them they can have a couple friends if they want sleep over, but we're still in football season. We're nearing the end of it. We've got like another week or two, depending on these playoff games that they have coming up. So I sat out in the freezing cold rain yesterday. It wasn't even that. It was cold. It was pretty chilly. We had like 80-degree temperatures on like Thursday and Friday. And then Saturday it was still decent temperature. And then yesterday it got down to, oh God, it was so cold and it was raining and it was windy. Oh, you do? Okay, honey. All right. You've got to tell me something personally or everybody something. So yeah, I sat out there like a trooper in the rain. All of us moms are out there and dads, we've got our umbrellas, we've got our hoodies on, we got our blankets, we're all bundled up. I'm like, oh my God, this is awful. But you can't not support your kids. It's just like we got home. The kids could not wait to just jump in a nice warm shower, relax for a little bit. Oh, you went to a haunted prison last night? Oh, cool. That's really cool. Really, really cool. Oh, you have something to tell everyone. Okay, cool. I can't wait. So, yeah. So anyways, and then we had family over. And it's like, no matter how much prep work I do, I cook ahead of time as much as I can. Oh, don't mind that noise if you guys can hear that. That's my dog drinking his water. If you guys can hear that. It's very loud. Yeah, so it just like by last night, I was like so exhausted. I was overtired. It's like then we decided to watch the new Exorcist movie. Oh my God. So then I was really up. I mean, it was really good. If you guys haven't seen it, it was really good. It's in the theaters, but we have like an app that we're able to kind of watch some of the movies that are in the theater, and stream them to our TV. So that was cool. We were able to do that. Hey, I'm about. How are you? Good to see you. So yeah, so there was that. So yeah, I've just been kind of cleaning up today, and the kids are gonna have football practice tonight. Because they don't tomorrow because it's Halloween, so they're going to football practice. So I had a little bit of time here, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna give myself a break, sit down and have a little something to eat, and then talk with you guys for a few minutes. So I was I'm gonna do a few more lives on resources, because I know that we were talking a little bit about resources. I had done like a live stream or two, and I had talked about some of the things that I had seen. And now with the winter months coming upon us, I think that's something else that I think that we need to, it's good for us to talk about because, they're changing the government. Well, each state individually, I think, is changing rules and regulations for if you apply for like energy assistance programs or budget plans, where you kind of pay the same amount every month and then it settles out at the end of the year. You know what I mean? So at least this way you kind of can budget and know what you're going to pay every month. And even just some tactics like people can use in their homes. You know what I mean? When a lot of us live in cold environments that are on, in this community here. And, there's definitely different things that we can do, I think, to help, keep those bills down as much as possible. You know what I mean? Or go to your local, town or city, to see if there's any programs that you can actually apply for, because there's a lot of programs out there. Again, they don't let you know about them. They're not proactive in letting you know. You have to be a little proactive in applying for them. Oh, I'm just reading your comments here, Sharon. So it was an actual haunted prison that you went to. That's really cool. There's a hotel in Boston that's like that. It's a restaurant and hotel, and it was a prison at one time. And where you eat in the restaurants are the old jail, the old cells with the bars and everything still intact. It's really, really cool. So yeah, so if anybody's interested in me talking about that kind of stuff, I can put together some talking points when it comes to that. You guys hear my dog tap dancing around the floor now? He's walking back and forth because he knows I'm online with you guys. His nails on the hardwood floor. So funny. Nice try to play with his toys. Anyways. So let's see. What else? What else is going on, guys? Anything new and exciting going on? Oh, thanks, Sharon. I appreciate it, honey. Thank you. Yes, that's only one of them. The other one, she's sleeping in the bed right now. She's in the other room. She was on the couch. It's one of those days. They don't want to. They just want to relax, So let's see here. Did you hear the last little live I did? It was like very short. I was addressing certain things. I'm sure Sharon did. I think she did. I don't know. Yeah, I probably went live for maybe 15 minutes and it was like 3 a.m. my time because I was up. I'd woken up and I couldn't fall back to sleep. And that's when you have a couple of things on your mind always and you want to just get it out. But it was the other night, Sharon. It was like, was it Saturday night? It was really quick. Well, anyways, I'll tell you what it was a little bit about because no one really was able to come in. Obviously, it was impromptu, of course, and early in the morning, my time. But I had heard. Well, I don't know if it's still up or not, but I have a recording of it. But SG went live, of course, and she's raging about something, and she was mad that Bobbles did a video. And the video that Bobbles had done, SG. So when she went live, and when she was talking about Bobbles in the video, one of the videos that Bobbles did recently, Bobbles was going after Lou. And I'm not talking about Lou. I'm not saying anything about Lou here. This is just strictly about what the video that Bobbles did was. And SG was pissed. She was pissed because Bobbles made mention to the fact that, I unnecessarily got attacked, and, talked bad about and whatnot. And she was absolutely right. I mean, I haven't talked to Bobbles. I don't talk to Bobbles. I don't have any alliance with Bobbles or anything like that. Bobbles is doing her thing, and I've gone my separate ways a long time ago. And that's that. You know what I mean? And she got pissed. She got pissed. Yes. Yes, Sharon. She got mad that Bobbles wasn't blaming me for her supposed attempt. Make that make sense. Please make that make sense. And what I said in my live was, no one should be getting blamed. I mean, whether she blamed SG or not, the only time I've ever spoken about people, and you guys know this, my integrity, where I'm at, and I'm gonna address something if something comes up, and then I'm gonna let it be. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna talk about things from 4 years ago that have no relevance to what's going on right now. You know what I mean? I don't talk about things that happened 2 years ago or a year ago a lot of the times, unless it's in relation to something that happened to me or something that's coming back up again. But the bottom line is that she actually was mad at Bobbles for saying something very truthful about me, even though I don't talk to her or whatever. And yet she's like, you should be blaming her. She said things about you right before you did what you did. And I'm like, is this shit really coming out of her fucking mouth right now? Like, is it really coming out of her mouth right now? Yeah, she was mad that she wasn't blaming me. And what I said in my live, and you guys can go listen to it, because I'm not a punk bitch and I don't take my shit down. I don't have a members only because I don't have that many subscribers. And even if I did have that many subscribers, I wouldn't just go live to bitch, have a bitch session, and then private it and put it on members only. I can't even believe that people pay a membership to go listen to that garbage and that rhetoric. It's unbelievable. Oh, geez, Sharon, really? Dear God, help us. Oh. Well, anyways, my point being is this. There was no need for anybody to be blamed, okay? An intelligent person, someone with tact and class, that's something that they would have said. But she takes it an extra mile and goes, oh my God, like you said something nice about Cindy, or you said something truthful about Cindy, and you should be blaming her. Do you ever understand how mental health works? No one makes you do something at the end of the day. You can get pushed in different directions based on what your experiences are and who you're surrounding yourself with, and substances that you might be putting into your body and all of that. But my God, woman, I mean, I can't even call her a woman. It's just so crazy. It's just so crazy. Like, it blows my mind, you guys. It absolutely blows my mind. The incompetence and the level of reasoning is just not there. Oh, good, Sharon. Yeah, that's great. And I don't even care. Like, I mean, yes, I care about subs. I like having subs. I like having more people come here because I love meeting new people, and I like meeting like-minded people. I like to have a good chat here. And even if it's a few of you, she's mad she's mad that Cindy's not getting blamed. Now tell me something. How is that somebody that I should want to actively support in whatever she's going through? And I'm saying it from a standpoint of, your behavior is your behavior. It's foul. It's unnecessary. It's not classy. And I don't care what's going on. Like, you don't act that way. That is not normal. You know what I mean? It's not normal. I don't know, guys. You tell me if I know I'm not wrong. I know I'm not wrong but it's like, bitch, don't trying to start fights with people. Come on, man. That's just ridiculous. And it's foul behavior. It's so fucking childish. It's like what a first grader would do. It sounds interesting. Oh, you mean Sharon I'm about? I thought you were talking about me. I'm like, this isn't interesting. It's nauseating. Oh, hey, Bama. How are you? You hear me talking about my recent getting blamed? Should have gotten blamed. I just can't. I want to know how I'm supposed to give pause to that person at the end of the day. You know, like your behavior's shitty. Your behavior's shitty. So you're going to get called out on shitty behavior. You didn't have to bring up my name. You didn't have to bring up my name at all. Why the heck are you bringing up my name? You know? Because you need content, because you need someone to pick on, because you don't feel good at the end of the day or the morning when you finally decide that you want to go to bed after being up all night, that you haven't gone after this person and this person. I mean, do you have a count? Do you have like a checklist? Do you go by? I mean, what is it at the end of the day? How about you take that time and stop being nasty towards people when it's unnecessary? It's not good for your health, your mental health, and it completely affects your physical health. So that's not good. And I'm not being facetious here. I'm being very fucking on point and very, very honest. It's disgusting display of a human behavior. You know, go get yourself some mental health. Go get yourself some resources. Go do some, searching online to better yourself. Go find a church. Go find a synagogue. Go find somebody. Go find a therapist. Go find anything else to do, but go after people. You go after children. You go after people that have tried to help and be supportive as a friend and everything. And it is, I can't even begin to tell you guys how incredibly frustrating it is to watch that and then look for the frigging grifts that she's doing. The begging. Oh, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Well, yes, it is. Yes, it is. So you should be encouraging everybody to go get their mammogram if they haven't. And talking about what you can do, not about what wasn't done, what should have been done, which makes no sense. Oh yeah, we get stuck on a word and it's going to be like the next word for a year. I know. When are you going live, Sharon? Oh, yeah. What time are you going live? So I can try to listen. Oh, she doesn't know. Okay, that's good. So yeah. But no one should ever get blamed for anybody's mental illness or mental instability. What you can do if you are the person who is mentally unstable, you're in a toxic situation with people in your life, family, friends, YouTubers, name it. You as the mentally ill person need to separate yourself from what is adding to your stress level. Okay. That is what you can do. But no one forces you to do anything or take drastic results in your own, being, if that makes any sense. It's hard to muster up sympathy and empathy because honestly, it's like and this is what she does. She sees something that wasn't even there. She's so pissed that because she maybe got blamed, no one should get blamed. But then she's like turning it around going, you should be blaming Cindy. Fuck yourself. No, you shouldn't. Cindy didn't do anything. Your actions have consequences. They can be good consequences. They can have bad consequences. It's like when we're kids, you go to study for a test because you have to prepare because you want to get a good grade. Now, if you do your studying and all of the work that you need to do, hopefully that will prove positive results, okay? And you'll get a decent grade, right? Or you might not, but you're going to at least learn how to study differently for the next time so you can get a good grade or go get the help that you need because maybe you didn't understand it. If you don't study, then you're not probably going to get a good grade. I mean, it's cause and effect. When you're out there spewing hatred all the time and insinuating things that need to happen, like that make no sense. They're so illogical and it is so repulsive to even think that someone would take that and turn it around, that someone needs to blame me. That's something that needs to not be put blame on anybody. Now, me sitting here as a sound mind and sound body can say that. you know? Yes, her behavior is disgusting, cancer or no cancer. And yes, I can say the cancer word. I'm allowed to say cancer. I know she gets upset when people start talking about cancer. You know, my mother's a breast cancer survivor, okay? So I can talk about it all I want just because of the fact that it impacted my family tremendously, okay? Yeah, and Sharon, I don't even want to go into like speculating or go down that road. You know, whatever happening is happening, and I'm right now. I'm in a place where I cannot mentally take in because I it's like almost like you have to put a barrier up sometimes. And it's like as much as you want to be supportive and helpful and you want to believe, that's great. And the people that can stand the rhetoric over there, by all means, good for you. I can't. And that's where I need to put a barrier up and just say, I can't be supportive of that because no matter what you do, no matter how supportive you are, look at what happened to Prudently. She gave her money and then she turned around and she's still talking about it. It's like the nastiest thing in the world. How dare. I mean, it's like she did something nice. She did something so kind and nice, you know? Hey, Victor, how are you? It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. Now, I'm just talking about people's crappy behavior, you know, and it's like if that doesn't show you someone's like, I don't care if you're sick or not, you don't act that way. Let me tell you something, and I've said this before. Pete Davidson did an incredible video one time, and he talks about like because he's been open about suffering from mental illness, right? And he says that mental illness does not give you a reason to act like a fool or to act out of pocket or to act crazy. Mental illness does not give you, I'm sorry, mental illness does not give you a reason to be a shitty person, basically. Thank you, Victor. I appreciate it. Happy Halloween to you too. And it's mischief night. Are you guys gonna cause mischief? The kids wanted to go out tonight and cause mischief, but they have a football practice tonight since they don't have it tomorrow, so they can go out trick-or-treating. So anyways, we had their birthday this weekend for one set of the twins. And I've been cleaning up, and now I'm eating some leftovers, and I'm talking to you guys. Yeah, no, I know. Nothing would surprise me. At this point, nothing would surprise me because honestly, like if you look at that behavior and it's like, don't tell me that doesn't affect your physical health. Like when you're that negative online all the time, going after this person, having a live stream about this person, trying to insinuate accusations against this person, or this person should be blamed for this, or this one did this, and then, you know, technical difficulties 5 fucking years ago. Like, and you go on and on and on and on and on and on and on about that when nobody here really was even a part of that community at that time and has no fucking clue. And it like let it go, like friggin' frozen that shit, man. Like let it go, or don't. But then don't get mad when someone claps back and calls you on shit. You can't have your cake and eat it too. It just doesn't work that way. And that's not cancer bullying or bullying on any level. That's speaking truth, and that's that. You know what I mean? Everybody, please make sure you hit that like button. Yeah, Bama. You can't help but have doubts from all that she's done in the past months, to demand proof from everyone. But flip shit when it's, yeah. And I'm not asking for proof. Like, that's the thing. I'm not asking for proof. I've never asked proof from anybody, you know? Um, but yeah, you can't have it both ways. You just can't have, you're exactly right. You just can't have it both ways, you know? I know, Victor, right? Oh my goodness. Yes, absolutely. Rest in peace. Oh my gosh. I know. And that was so sad. That was so, oh, well, obviously sudden, but very sad. Very, very, very sad. Hey, Gearhead. How are you? Hey, Google, stop. Sorry. I said hi to, oh my gosh, all my Googles are talking to me right now. All I said was hi to Gearhead. That's great. All my devices are listening. Big Brother's listening right now, you guys. Yeah, so I'm over it. I'm over it. Like, and she'll keep talking about people. She'll keep going on. I saw something in Courtney's, she was posting up stuff about Courtney. Why are you bothering her, ma'am? Courtney's so cute. Like, don't bother her. Stop being jealous and go to your appointments and look for resources. You got winter months coming up, and it's supposed to be, they're predicting it to be, and then you never know. But, we get hit hard here in the Northeast, where we all are. Yeah, Bama, she needs to leave everybody. Well, she needs to leave everybody alone. I mean, but that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So you know what? We're going to still continue to talk about it every once in a while, and then that's that. But don't ever, it is never somebody's fault that somebody tries to do something to themselves, hurt themselves. You know what I mean? It is not. Oh, you're tired? I know today here was you probably get a lot of rainy days where you are too. It was just rainy and cold. I was outside in the rain and the wind yesterday for the kids' football game. And then we had family here yesterday afternoon for the kid's birthday. So I've been cleaning up today, doing laundry, my typical Monday stuff, getting ready for the work week. Making my to-do lists on my Post-it notes because that's what I love to do. It's a good day for some hot soup or something. Yeah, I cooked up some really good food this week, and I made homemade chicken cutlets. I made 6 pounds of chicken, and I think I only have maybe a pound left. So I pre-cook them ahead of time. I'm I not undercook them. I mean, they're still you can still eat them, but then I pop them back in the oven the next day, so I don't have to do it all when people are here for the party. You know what I mean? What else did I make yesterday? I made rigatoni vodka with the vodka sauce. Oh yeah, Gearhead. Yeah, I've been doing the same thing on the phone with clients today, making appointments. Everybody, and this is the time of year when everybody's really starting to make their appointments because they want to get in before the holidays. So yeah, Bama, it was like that here too. It was unseasonably warm. It was 77 here, end of last week, and then it was freezing cold rain yesterday. Oh my God. But anyways, what did I make? I made chicken cutlets. I made rigatoni alla vodka. Hi, Janelle. How are you, girl? What's going on? I made scallop cheesy potatoes, nice tossed salad, and I did antipasto squares. Have you guys ever had antipasto squares or heard of antipasto squares? They're baked in the oven, and you serve them warm or room temperature. They're so freaking good. I should make them one day with you guys, and they're so easy to make. They're delicious, and you could make them any which way. Oh, good. I'm glad you're well. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I know the leaves are changing color. We're in prime season now. It's actually almost getting past that season now. But yeah, the leaves are starting to fall. It's beautiful colors though. If I got to take a picture and post it up, even when I drive to the end of my street, there's this big open field and trees in the distance. And it's just so picturesque and pretty. It really is so pretty. Yeah, so antipasto squares, so easy to make. If you guys are ever having a party or you're going somewhere, or even if you want to prep food for the week for work, you take the the crescent rolls, like that you roll, but like you roll them out, like you don't make them into crescent rolls. And you don't have to use like the Pillsbury. Like you can get like the store brands, like whatever the cheaper version of it is, right? So like you take like what is it, a 9 by whatever it is, 9 by 13 baking pan or whatever they are, like a baking dish. And you roll out, so you spray it with like a little butter spray or whatever. You roll out one container of like the crescent rolls in the bottom. And then what you're going to do is you're going to layer like all kinds of deli meats and cheeses, like whatever you like. So I'll get whatever's like on sale at the store, like, or, you know, whatever. And you don't have to get like the best ones. Like I'm very picky about like if I eat turkey and like my cheese has to be like Land O'Lakes, like I'm very picky about that. But with this, you're baking it all together. So it's not being individually eaten. So you can take like baked ham, pepperoni, salami. You can get like hot capicola if you like hot stuff. You can get all kinds of cheeses. So like I do like pepper jack, cheddar, and American. You could do Parmesan. And then you layer it all. And then right towards the very top, you can take like banana peppers, roasted red peppers, or green or yellow peppers, any of those that come in like the jars, you know. And then you take the next package of crescent rolls and you roll it on top of that. And then you just brush it with a little egg wash on top. You can sprinkle the top of it with, I do like a little pepper, a little garlic, and oregano, and you bake it at 350 for like maybe a half hour to 40 minutes. You pull it out of the oven and it's all baked together, and you cut it into squares after it starts to cool off a little bit, and you serve it warm. It's unbelievable. Let's see here. I'm reading the chat, guys. Oh, I thought you meant your clothes dryer. Your hair dryer went out. The diffuser things. You mean like, well, the diffuser is usually what you put on the dryer, like if you have curly hair. And you can call me too, Bam, if you want, and I can talk to you about it. Is her hair coming in curly? Because if her hair is coming in curly, you know, the diffuser is like you put on the end of like the blow dryer typically, and like that helps to like diffuse the air so it doesn't make it so harsh and frizzy, if that's what you're talking about. Oh, you're watching that one? That one I haven't caught up on yet. The Take Care of Maya. I've been watching a lot of true crime stuff lately. I've been watching well, all the stuff with the Idaho 4. I watched that. And then there was a recent one where a son was basically taken by his mom, his uncle, and his sister to go up to Canada because they thought he was the Davidic son, the Davidic spirit. And he was like the chosen one. And it was all very similar to like that Lori Daybell, Chad Daybell case. Very, very creepy, like super creepy stuff that was going on there. Oh, it's coming in dark and really wavy, and it's okay. So there's probably some products that I can recommend too, like that'll help her with the curl and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy how it can come in a completely different texture. Yeah, the diffuser, if it's at the point where she can dry it and you want to dry it, that'll definitely help with the curl. And typically when you get a new blow dryer, it comes with a lot of those blow dryer packages like as an attachment. And I can call you and I can tell you, you know, where you might be able to you could probably just even order it online. Actually, now I forget, like everything's online. It makes it so easy. Yeah, absolutely. The chemo totally changed her hair color and type. I know, it's amazing. My son had, years ago, he had a minor surgery and he was only under anesthesia for like 7 minutes. And it was like twilight. It wasn't even like heavy sedation. And after he had his surgery, I went to go cut his hair before school started. And like at that time I would shave it down really tight to the scalp. and he had like bald spots in the back of his head, like literally, like there was no hair growing back there. And it was due to trauma from just being under anesthesia for a very short period of time. And so I took him to the dermatologist, and then we had to, give him like, it was like a cream, like a steroid cream that you rub on that area. And he had to sit under some special lights for a little while just to like have the hair follicles like rejuvenate and grow back. But in those particular spots, if you look when he's in the sunlight, you can see even just from that, when he went completely bald in those couple areas, they're actually coming. It's not so much a different texture, but they're coming in a little bit darker. And that was from years ago. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I can recommend. I don't know about metal diffusers. They might do that, Janelle, because like if you think about if you round brush your hair when you like you dry it out straight, you know what I mean? Like if I do a blowout in the salon, I use like they're not metal, but they're like metal, you know what I mean? Like where they get hot, like a curling iron would, or a flat iron. So it might be that where it heats up, like but you just push it into the hair basically. So but yeah, I can look up some stuff for you, Bama, if you want. Oh, the diffuser is just an attachment that goes onto the end of the dryer, and it pushes the air out softer. So when you're drying curly hair, you kind of like lift it up into the hair, and kind of twist it a little bit with the curls. In this way, it softly diffuses the air so the hair dries, but like it's not that heavy push of air coming out of the dryer like you would do on like on straight hair basically. Yeah, it can come back. And also if you ever have like I said, if you have surgery or even hormonal changes for women especially, that can make your hair color take differently, or it can make um your hair come in differently. Oh, your pictures got deleted? Are they sometimes they can be retrieved though. Like they go into a separate folder that's like a trash folder, and you can retrieve them from a trash folder like in your phone or on your computer if it weren't completely deleted. You want a class on here? I know. I'm gonna do another. I can do another bathroom live. Or I was gonna go live at the salon the other day, and oh, I love. Like I think I told you guys. Like my salon is full of like all kinds of characters, and when I say characters, like we're all so different. We work different hours, but um, like we overlap in certain time frames or whatever, you know. And one of the guys that's there, sometimes he's a little mental. So it's hard for me to go live because it's like I could be in the middle of something with a client or doing something, and they'll just come over and start talking. And I'm just like, sometimes it's not the most appropriate conversation. It cracks us all up. I mean, to know him is to love him, but it's like, oh my God, I'm like, I have to safely be able to go live from there. Yeah, and you know what, Bama? Also, too, she always had light hair, but as female, well, anybody who has always had lighter hair, like I always had really, really blonde hair when I was younger. And then as I started to get into my teenage years, it started to like darken a little bit. So it was more of like that dirty blondes, you know, and like even if I wore certain colors, like it was like a weird, like almost like kind of brownish color, you know. So I think like as we get a little bit older too, it can change. So if it hasn't um, but I definitely think that the, the chemo and all of that kind of stuff and being under anesthesia can definitely change it as well. But yes, we can do a class. We can do an individual class on here. I told you. We can do a little FaceTime or whatever. Anytime. That's the least I can do. My dogs have officially switched spots. One was in the bed all day. The other was out on the couch. Now, the one that was in the bed is on the couch, and the one that was on the couch is in the bed. And they're still sleeping, thank goodness. Because usually, this time of day, they go absolutely nuts. Because people are getting home from work, so they hear all the cars in the neighborhood. Hi, Elliot. How are you doing? How's everything? It's good to see you. Thanks for popping in. I have Bam, I have Puggle, so he's Pug and Beagle. That's my Lewis. And then Lola is Italian Greyhound mix. Well, we were told Hound mix. She was adopted when she was a baby. But as she's grown, we could tell she's definitely part Greyhound, like with the way her body is and the way her legs are. And I thought about getting one of those like DNA tests, to see, like, you swab the inside of their mouth and you send it out and you see like what they are. But then sometimes it's cool just not knowing, But she's a sweetheart. She's high energy. Like she loves to run. So that's why we're like, oh my God, the way she runs, it's crazy. How you doing, Elliot? Everything good, I hope. Yes, yes. Elliot, did you hear I was just talking about the live I did. Go back in when you get a second, if you haven't listened to it. It's my quick live from like the other night. Yeah, they're really cute, Bama. I have to say though, my first love was my long-haired Chihuahua, and everybody's like, "Oh, Chihuahuas, they're such ankle biters, they're such barkers." I'm like, no, he was like such a good. Oh my God, he was such a good dog, and I had him for over 14 years, and I lost him a few years ago, and oh God, it was so devastating. But I still want to get like another one. Like I subscribe to this one channel. It's called Lou the Chi-Chi. And like Lou is a girl, but she's a long-haired Chihuahua. She's a lot smaller than my Jack was, but I love them. I love those dogs. They're just my heart. They're just so cute. They're little feisty ones too, you know. Yeah, he was a little bit bigger, but I used to get him like when I would take him to the groomer because he was long haired, they would like shave down his body and part of his tail, and they would leave like a little poof at the end of his tail, and they would leave his face a little bit longer so he looked like a lion. He was just so freaking cute. But yeah, I want to find another one. But I don't want to spend the money. You know what I mean? Like I got him when, oh my God, my kids were like a bare twinkle in my eyes. You know what I mean? But like they're hard to find like at shelters, and I like rescuing the dogs, so if I can find a small one, even if it's a mutt or something. But yeah, they're super cute. But I don't know if I could do three. Like everyone says 2 dogs are great, 3 dogs are like, it's a game changer. And I'm like, oh God, I don't know. But when I lost him, my dog Louie was so beside himself. Like he likes to have another animal around. So like even if my parents would take Jack, my Chihuahua, all the time. Like they loved him. So like they would take him sometimes. He would go do sleepovers at grandma's house and whatnot. It was so funny. But I had my cat, and my cat would keep Louie company. And then like Jack would come back to the house, and like eventually I lost my cat. So Jack was, here with Louie. And then when he passed, Louie just didn't know what to do with himself. And it was during the whole pandemic thing, and so everybody and their brother was like adopting animals because there was like nothing else to do. And so just filling out the paperwork alone to try to adopt an animal, it's like I would think it would be easier to adopt a child, for Christ's sake, at that point. But we were able to finally do it. We connected with a really great rescue organization, and they were so wonderful. So like I give back to them all the time. Like they're always accepting donations for things. So like, even like towels and stuff like that for the animals that they take in. They just do such great humanitarian work. So you like Chihuahuas I'm about? He was a little feisty one sometimes, Oh no, Bama, I know. I know it's so hard. And you know what? Here's the thing. Like I say all the time, I have been so lucky with my animals because I got them when they were all babies and they have lived long, healthy lives. They were never sick and I never had to make the decision to have to put them down. Um, they well, my chihuahua died in my arms. We were on the way to the emergency room with him and he literally like died in my arms in the car on the way there. Um, and as sad as that sounds, like it was a very peaceful thing for me because like I don't, it would be so hard to have to make that decision. You know what I mean? So they went on their own, when it was their time and they weren't comfortable and, I mean, the same thing with my cat too. Yeah. So, you know, I know. And it's so devastating, but it's almost like you want to like, you want to get geared up to get another one because, if you don't have that, like sometimes it just feels so empty at home. I know it is. It's like that is like the worst part. Like they're so wonderful to have, and then that is the absolute worst part. It's like such a double-edged sword. But it's like, how could you not? You know what I mean? It's like the same thing with human life, and they give you so much love and affection, much more than some humans do. So you might not get as much time with them, but the give back from them and the love from them and the memories are just so great. I know that was like, oh my God, like I was beside myself with him. It was just, oh. Hello, Melissa. How are you, girl? How are you? It's good to see you. What's going on? I hope your day is going well. Oh, I got things falling over here. I'm trying to get myself organized. Oh, hi, SG. How are you? I was talking about you because you were talking about me. It's really that simple. And what you were saying about me was absolutely dead wrong. So if you go back and you listen to what I said, maybe it'll make more sense. I talked about her a little earlier in the stream, Janelle. Is it really her? No, it's okay. And I was saying how she did a live the other night, but it's probably not up anymore. But I have the recording of it, and I can play it for you guys. And it basically says that when Bobbles went and did a video the other day, she was talking about a situation with her and Lou, and I'm not talking about Lou. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm just talking about the video of what Bobbles was talking about, and she was saying about how I got attacked for no reason, which is the honest truth. I did get attacked for no reason. Lou has said that. She sent me an email, and she apologized and she said it in one of her lives that I did not do anything to her, and she unfairly attacked me, and that is the truth. And so Bobbles made mention of that. And so SG went live and she decided that she wanted to say that Bobbles should be blaming me because of what she tried to do to herself. And my point being is that no one should be blamed. You should not be blamed. And I don't know why you're trying to insinuate or incite a fight that I should be blamed, because that's ridiculous. I have stopped talking about you, SG. Okay. I have been talking about resources. Like go back through my lives. When have I been talking about you unless it's in response to you? Okay. And I'm not going to have you infiltrate my chat here and start a fight with me about things. Okay. Because if what I'm saying makes sense, and I hope it does. Because you go to the fair. Oh my God. No, Janelle, don't go in the bush. Don't go in the bush. Why are you going to the bush? Oh, your point was, why wasn't she blaming you? Yeah, your point was, why wasn't she blaming me? You should be blaming me because I said things about her. That's exactly what your point was in your live. Your absolute point in your video was that she should be blaming me because I had things to say about her at one time. The only things I've ever had to say were about the things that had happened. I mean, I have not talked about Bibles. I don't go to Bible. I nothing, you know? Yeah. Bama says SG. You talk about everyone and then twist their words to fit your narrative. The funny thing is that there was nothing even to spin. Like, well, no, SG. If you're in my chat, then people can speak to you also too. Okay. You're here to speak to me, but we're talking about we're talking about my kid's birthday party this weekend and stuff like that. I addressed it in the very beginning of this chat. You come in and I'm not even speaking about you. What was I even talking about, you guys? I think I started to say to you guys how we were going to talk about resources for like winter, and things of that nature, heating and whatnot, because it's going to start to get cold out. And then Bam and I were talking about Gracie and about her hair, and she was asking me tips on what she can do. I mean, if you go back through, there's so many different things that we're talking about. I talked about what I made for food for my kid's birthday this past weekend. Like, it's not all about you. I promise you. I promise you. Okay. But I'm also going to say that you don't get to incite that I should be blamed for somebody trying to harm themselves, because no one should get blamed. That's common fucking sense. But you said I should be blamed. That's what you said. Hi, Piercy. How are you? You wanted to, here we go. We're going to talk about the fair. We're going to talk about the fair because I went to the fair with my children because that's something I save for every day. I mean, I save for when I know it's coming, not every day. I save for, okay? Because I'm on a very fixed income myself with my children, my home, my business, everything like that. So I was making it a point when I was also talking about resources available that, going on YouTube and asking for money and then going to something that costs a lot of money to go to, it doesn't compute. That's all. Answer the question. You don't get to fucking come in here and demand things, SG. You don't get to come in here and demand things, okay? I'm being very kind to you and no one is attacking you. So don't fucking come in here and talk to me like that. If someone went to your live and started talking to you like that, what would you do? What should I do? Should I block you now or should I time you out? I did not exaggerate the expense of a person at the fair. I told you exactly what I paid. I fucking go there every year. I know what it fucking costs to pay to park. I know what it costs to pay for admission. And I know what everything fucking costs there because I go to that one in particular. And you know that. So stop saying I exaggerated it. Okay? It wasn't an exaggeration. It was the exact fact of what I know I paid. Okay? I don't know. Maybe you got the fucking discount. Who knows? Either way. It doesn't bother me you went to the fair. It bothers me that you're trying to grift on fucking YouTube. And I'm actually being kind in your time of need and in anybody else's time of need to say, hey, there's a lot of resources out there. And I know sometimes it's hard because when we're stuck in a difficult situation, it's hard for us to get out from under that or to even go look for help. Okay. But you don't get to go to the fucking fair every single day because the expense of that, either you paid $20 admission every time you went or whatever the fee was at nighttime, or you paid a $75 pass. That's what it is. Would you like me to pull up the Big E website and post it to my fucking community page so everybody can see what the expenses are? Not exaggerated at all. They're factual. Okay. I'm not even arguing about the fucking fair with you. Like, you're just so nasty to people. I made make a video on how expensive the fair is. I'm not even talking about the fair. Oh my god, it's right. I know. Go to somebody's live and to make demands. Yes, I know. Rich, how are you, hon? Good to see you. Oh, it's only Monday, isn't it? It's only Monday, right? Like, listen. Oh my god. Oh man. I'm not answering your question. I don't know why I didn't answer your question. Maybe you're not listening. Am I speaking too fast or you're listening too slow? Which one is it? You know, I'm not talking to oh my god. Sharing's not here asking for money. What the heck? What's up? How are you? Good to see you. I know. She's here and she's demanding things in my chat and she's telling everybody else to leave her alone. And we're all being very nice here. Oh my God, this is great. Guys, hold on one second. I'm going to let you guys handle this. I got to go run and let the dogs out real quick. I'll be right back. Hold on. All right. I'm getting caught up in the chat here. Okay. First of all, did I ever say she wasn't allowed to go to the fair, you guys? Did I ever say that in my video? Because I don't take them down. Okay. I don't take them down. Okay. I never said you weren't allowed to go to the fair. What I was saying was, never mind. You're not going to get it because this is a great example. I want to show you a great example of how things get twisted. Okay. This is a great example of how I was just speaking about something because I'm allowed to do that. Okay. I am allowed to do that. And I did not exaggerate the cost of everything. Okay. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me. But what it does is the fact that, like, you have cancer, you need help financially. And you know what? You might want to curtail certain expenses like smoking. That's a big expense. And that also causes cancer. Okay. I mean, I'm not trying to be an asshole here. I'm not, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but like you this is what if you put your business out there, and the only reason I was speaking about you is because you said I should be the one to be being blamed for what Bobbles did or tried to do to herself. That's ridiculous. No one should be being blamed, okay? But that's exactly what you did. And then you come in here and you're demanding things of me, like I demand this and I demand that, and you're not answering my question. No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I never said you're not allowed to. I never said that. But you might want to not go and take care of other things because I know things are fine for me. I understand the whole financial difficulty of everything. All right. Can someone please time her out if she's still here? Or is she probably going to go live? Who knows? Oh. And here goes Louie. I told you guys it's that time of day. Hold on. Hi, Susie Q. I just saw you. Where are you? I just saw you. There you are. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Don't mind my dog, Louie. He likes to bark at 5 o'clock. It's like his witching hour. Everybody's coming home from work in the neighborhood. Yeah, somebody please give her a timeout because she needs to be. But you guys, that's a perfect example. See, now we're going to talk about it, okay? You guys think I was being like facetious or negative or telling her she shouldn't go to the fair, or why was it my concern? No, my concern was maybe you need to focus on other things like, your expenses and your bills, because obviously that's a concern. That's a concern for a lot of people, Thank you. Okay. Thanks. Oh, love you. Thank you. Yeah. But this is a perfect example, you guys. Like, she's like, answer my question. She comes into my room and she starts fucking yelling at me. Like, who do you think you are, bitch? That's like walking through somebody's front door and like demanding things of them in their own home. I don't think so. We don't play that game over here. We have a nice chat here. And thank you for everybody being here. And please make sure you hit the thumbs up. And yes, you can hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. I would appreciate one of them. Okay. Please. Yeah. Prudently. Exactly. 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 I'm not down. I'm not getting down with this today. This isn't a bullying channel. This is talking about things. Like, this is also, guys, like when we talk about stuff like this, like I was watching, what's her name? I was watching this channel today or listening to it while I was cleaning. And she is a woman out of California and she lives on I think it's like $12,000 a year. Surprisingly enough. And, she talks about how she penny pinches with everything. I mean, and she takes it to a whole other level. I mean, I thought I was pretty good with having my own garden in the summer and, all of that kind of stuff. And just really, going through the different ads and knowing which grocery stores to go to and what's going to be on sale, because I am cognizant of that. Obviously, I'm feeding a family of 6 every night on top of the family being here. But this girl talks about even just other things. And so what we started this chat out with today is because wintertime is coming up. For those of you guys that didn't hear, I'll recap that. Wintertime is coming up. And I think I'm going to do a video on resources for what you can possibly do to get heating assistance, or even just to insulate your own home or apartment, or condo or wherever you live, different things that you can do that are pretty simple and don't cost a ton of money. It just takes time, to do a little bit of research as to what's available in your area. And depending on what your source of heating is, whether it's oil or gasoline or propane or electric, solar, yada, yada, all that stuff, what you can do to possibly lower your bills, because the cost of fuel keeps going up and it's going to get cold out really soon. So we can talk about that. So that could be another chat that we have about those kinds of things, not everything is about you, and not everything is also intended to be negative. It's also the fact that, I don't know. I don't know. This is a perfect example, you guys. This is an absolute perfect example of how things get spun around. Tell me if somebody thinks I was mad or attacking her because she went to the fair. Tell me if somebody thinks I was mad, please. And you can be honest with me, and I'm not going to get mad at you, and I'm not going to time you out. Anybody but SG think I was mad that she went to the fair? Yes, she needs a research assistant. Remember, she used to have research assistants in her chat. She needs a research assistant for my charts and how to behave around adults. Oh. I know, Bama. I know when your immune system is low like that. I know. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, Louis getting feisty over here. He says, yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, this turned into an interesting afternoon, I must say. Oh my goodness. This is very interesting, to say the least. But yeah, you guys, like, does anybody think I was harassing her, or I had a? I think I answered her question 1,000 times in my chat just now. Like, I wasn't going after you because you went to the fair. I was talking about how you can curtail expenses so you can help pay for things when you're on a limited income. And that goes for a lot of people, you know? I mean, I have to limit my budget on certain things because everything keeps going up and it's not always like the money just keeps coming in, you know? So, you know, instead of being in here and attacking me, you should be online looking for resources right now and making appointments to go to, meet with people, or if you can set up an online appointment, because that would be healthier for you to do and not be exposed to so much out there in the world right now, because your resistance could potentially be low, that, you start talking to people and you start getting things set up, because there is a lot of stuff out there. You just have to look for it. And I'm not talking about other charity things or things of that nature, just resources available to you just in your particular area, and you can go down, you can call your local town hall, and they can put you in touch with resources within your community. You can call a local church. You can just do research on the particular town you live in and see who is giving away, has a food pantry and is giving away free food. And you don't have to necessarily go in and fill out paperwork and qualify if you're low income. They don't ask a lot of questions. They just do it as a kind gesture, because that's what kind people do. Like, they act kindly and they don't ask a lot of questions or ask for much, but no one's going to be knocking on your door saying, here's all your resources in a little wrapped up basket, here you go, take it upon yourself. Or, like I said, reach out to somebody else if you don't have the wherewithal. And I understand that too. I've been helping my mother with a lot of that because it's hard. It becomes very draining at the end of the day, and I was speaking about that too when it comes to my father and his health, so yes. Okay. There you go. Exactly. Cancer Society, where you are, Piercy. I don't know exactly where you are, but it says it helps with food, gas, etc. All you got to do is ask. Correct. And there's a lot of organizations within the hospitals themselves that have their own foundations that raise money to then give to patients, because no matter what, if you're not, even if you were working, you're going to start to go through whatever is in savings, Thank you, Victor. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you. I appreciate that. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to jump off here. This has been lovely. I got to go finish doing some laundry, get some dinner ready. Kids will be home in a little while after football. And so I don't know if I'm going to go live later, but please make sure you share out my live stream. Please subscribe. Please hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Hi, Moonchild. It's good to see you. Good to see you. How you doing? Yeah, but I did answer her questions now. Love you too. I'm about We'll have to panel up again soon. Yeah. No one makes demands when they come here. That's like walking into somebody else's home and making demands and bossing them around. Like your email might be bossy pants. You might call yourself bossy pants, but no bossiness over here. I'm the fucking boss of this room. Okay. You better remember that. I love you guys a long time. Thank you so much for being here. And I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Have a wonderful Monday evening. Love y'all. Bye-bye.